We're out here to bring awareness to Paris NHP, which stands for non-human primates. They conveniently leave that out of the title. But they sell primates into vivisection, and vivisection is something that I morally oppose, both on ethics and morals and on being unscientific. Not only do they sell into vivisection, they're very proud on their own website. They list their clients, and some of their clients have been fined by the USDA for violations of the Animal Welfare Act. Some of their clients have boiled monkeys alive in their cages, slammed their tails in cages, broken tails. It is illegal to house a monkey alone in a cage. You know, it's against federal law for any researcher to keep a monkey alone in a cage, or any primate. But SNBL, one of Paris NHP's clients, was fined numerous times for having their monkeys separated. You know, it's not worth the torturing of any sentient being to try to save another sentient being. And there's a great question besides that as to whether we're really even saving, you know, human lives by torturing monkeys. I mean, I think personally that even if we were saving lives, even if we saved 1 million lives by torturing, you know, 10 million monkeys, I still wouldn't find that okay personally. But the bottom line is that that's not even what's happening. Is that people are told that we are we're curing cancer, and we're curing AIDS, and we're curing these terrible diseases by testing on monkeys and rats and mice and rabbits. And the majority of animal testing is not done for any of these major diseases. The majority of it is for cosmetics and all sorts of terrible things that aren't even medicinal. But even the pharmaceuticals, these drugs fail time after time after time after time after time, even once they pass animal testing. I mean, every single drug that's ever made gets tested on an animal. I mean, that's just the way that the medicinal industry works, the pharmaceutical industry works. Every single drug is tested on an animal, and then 9 out of 10 that make it through animal testing get tested, you know, go through to human clinical trials, fail. So these drugs make it through the animal testing. 9 out of 10 of them fail on humans. Then you've got that one drug that makes it through. This one drug made it through animal testing, made it through human testing, and then several years down the road, sure enough, it's killing people, or causing, you know, deformities in babies, or having women's cervixes fall out because of these drugs that were supposedly fine, because if you test it on an animal, then it must be okay, because the animal took it okay, you know, the animal didn't have any reactions. I mean, you know, that's ridiculous. I mean, anybody who's studied a little bit of science knows that there are compounds that animals can imbibe that humans cannot, and vice versa. If they would have tested penicillin on gerbils, and everybody knows penicillin, you know, saved innumerable lives, penicillin tested on gerbils would kill them. You know, if you tested penicillin on a gerbil, it will die. Whereas you can test strychnine on a monkey, and the monkey will live. But it'll wipe out an entire family of humans, but a monkey can take that much. But yet, we test on monkeys because they're so similar to us, and our systems are the same. But yet, how come they can eat a poison that would kill me and all of my loved ones? You know, rabbits and squirrels can eat the death cap mushroom, the most poisonous mushroom in the world, Amanita phalloides. That mushroom, if I took one bite, could kill me. And a squirrel can eat it with no ill effect. So to take a cruel test, or even a humane test, and to take this data from this test on this mouse or this rabbit, and then to say, oh, this will work in this way on a human, is pseudoscience. I mean, everybody knows that that's not the way an experiment works. You know, you do an experiment, you need to be able to replicate it, and then they try to replicate it in a human, and sometimes there's success and sometimes there's failures. But even when the successes go through the human trials, there's all these unknown complications that come through in the future. They sell macaque monkeys. They have some prices listed on their website at $1,200 a head. They have some other ones that it says to call for quotes and pricing. You know, we're out here handing out flyers and holding out signs, and we're really trying to reach the public and bring some awareness that this place is 1 block away from Main Street, Edmonds, which Edmonds is a very small, tight-knit community of what I assume to be compassionate and progressive people that know that these days animal testing is outdated and really isn't what it all has been cracked up to be and what we've been told it has been. And I think that by raising awareness, I think that these residents, if they read our flyer, took a minute to stop and talk to one of us, that they would agree with our cause and agree with our fight and be very likely to oppose it. This is a small company. This isn't a very big building. I think with enough pressure, and we've closed them today. I mean, our presence here, our peaceful sign-holding, flyering presence is enough to scare them into closing their business. So to show that we have the power to affect their business just by standing here with signs, and we haven't even done anything to really affect their business per se, but they close just in anticipation. So I think if we apply enough pressure and get enough residents and get enough people out here holding signs and get enough people sending them emails and sending them letters and calling them and asking them questions, I think we can get them out of town. I mean, I'd love to have them shut down. And, depending on their economic stability right now, who knows where it is, whether they're struggling or whether they're thriving, but having to move locations could be enough to shut down a place like this. It also could just be a dent in their huge coffers. I really don't know, but I'd love to shut them down. But if not, we can get them out of Edmonds, and then wherever they move to, hopefully the citizens there can get motivated to boot them out of there, and eventually these type of industries can stop and people can research alternatives to animal testing, and we won't need to have monkey brokers right in the heart of downtown Edmonds. I have a Facebook group, Pacific Northwest Animal Rights Information. It's just a group of people who post animal rights concerns from the Pacific Northwest. You can find it on Facebook by searching Pacific Northwest Animal Rights Information. And then we try to keep any demonstrations or protests or articles or concerns happening in mainly the Seattle area, but crossing into Oregon, Montana, anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, trying to unite people that have a common cause of loving animals and thinking that we shouldn't be exploiting anything and trying to profit off of the abuse of anything, whether it's a rat, a dog, a cow, a monkey, or a human.